All right.
From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight we culminate Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind a quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one.
Yeah, boy.
With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Austin
Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it works. First time from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. That, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense. And at helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ingram going to get it on the action. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The stop made by Knight. A look there at Ingram from a week ago. 14 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
Good. Watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to sneak that time. First down, Baltimore.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. And this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, it's going to be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
a pickup of 2 yards.
An option run with Ingram. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Again, Jackson will keep it. Jackson, and he lost the football. This is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Let's start out here with a jet sweep. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a backfield like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
Another good gain, and that's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot?
Got it. Yeah.
More than a shot, but what he's going to need
Are you
is down the
shitting me?
stretch this late in the season. And he's that
Really?
big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown. Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
Big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Jackson's going to look to run it. Jackson hit and he lost the football. This is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
And 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
For Browns, 14. Ravens, nothing.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Damn.
Inside the 20 before it's brought down.
All right.
12 yards there with 1st down. But you might remember Nick Chubb, he had a heck of a game last year in Week 4, and what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never feared for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So that's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
Let's kick it back to these folks.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will
I knew he was going to do that.
come out to the 25. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 17 in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. It couldn't be more exciting than that. Somebody's play class. I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Landry now on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
You said first down.
Because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give it 32 on the plays. When you talk about catching the defense off guard, they were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew where to hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
All right. We're going to have another touchdown. Let's go.
And a jet sweep to try to pick it up.
No.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for Browns touchdown. Travis Landry, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Browns add on to their lead. Well, we've talked about it before. Those jet sweeps, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one lines up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is. It's definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram, and he'll get it out to midfield. So, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 23-22, the final. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 24-3 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. 34-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right.
Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there at 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things are going for him. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Barney, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Got it.
And for Boykin, it is intercepted. Picked up by Emerson Aho. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think for a blitz, a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Chubb. Escapes the defender. Brought down inside the 25. 15 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
One of the Jets sweep, Landry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They're handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest for the 3rd most in a single year.
35.
The Browns continue to roll. His kick is good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, let's kick it back.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At their own 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams.
My controller's being a bitch, man.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah, he keeps trying to make me lose, man. What the fuck?
We know play calls can be very creative in this game today.
My controller,
receivers with speed
the
like this,
fucking one
they don't
button's
need to
kind of
design
fucked up,
incredibly
though.
complex calls.
One
Sometimes it's
damn
just get the
game,
ball
like
in
I
his hand
punched it,
and let him
so.
do his thing.
It wasn't this, it
Less
was.
can become more, and it was right there.
A 10th carry here for Mark
It's one game called Bloodborne. I punched my controller over that shit. That goddamn game hard as hell. Bloodborne, yeah.
And you know he wants to
And ever
make the
since
most
then,
of
it don't
every
want to
carry
work
because he
right.
competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage, but Mark Ingram,
getting that
over
shit,
1,000
man.
yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far.
I don't know why I'm mixing up the game. I'm winning anyway. It's 35-0. Oh, they're about to get a touchdown if they keep this up. It's about time if they do. I'll be honest. Oh, wow. Yep,
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm gonna light a cigarette real quick. Let's
Ravens
go.
on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4
The
thus
last
far.
quarter here.
They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
They could have had that one, man. They fucked it up.
There's been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed at both attempts. This time on third down.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stopped
Oh,
him.
hell no.
So they finally get their
We'll get
first
another
trip to the red
touchdown.
zone, and it ends.
Well, maybe not. Maybe
And
not.
that's what I'm going to focus
We'll get
on
the first. I
because
thought it
you
was
teed it up
closer than
really
that.
well. Finally get to the
Actually, I
red
did.
zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we can't get back here again. We don't have the opportunities because they've been spread a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half to get there and not get it for
Karate
a
Kid.
for a play that didn't look like much at the snap. That jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Taken down, but not before
Dang
he
it.
gets into enemy territory.
I got that first down.
40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from
Oh, yeah. He did get it.
Just consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays. It's something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Go.
Chubb.
Get off of me, motherfucker. Damn.
Gets it inside the 35.
Son of bitches.
About a nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? The new set of downs, clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
Suck my ass, boys. You ain't God damn it. Okay, that was. I thought I had that. I thought I really did.
That's good for 28 yards.
I really thought I had that one. I got it. Fuck this. We're gonna make it. This is the final corner of the game.
Running the jet sweep.
Yeah, fuck you. Oh, what the fuck, man? Damn, Cam. God damn. Monster Cam fucking pops. Get the hell out of me, man. I thought something blew up.
Just continue to score at will. And for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win.
The fucking Monster Cam popped, man. Get the fuck out of me, man.
Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, reaching him about 4 yards. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next
bitch.
Flushed out right. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. For 22 in the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. He do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice game.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it'll be second down. It's second down and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball, but for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed it on me.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Allen give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Not totally free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock and jump. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again on 1st down, Chung. For one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Campbell on the stop.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's 1st down and a gain of 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. And leading the 4th quarter, this is when coaches have had a reliable running game that breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb. He's a bulldozer. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now timeout is whistled. It appears there's a Brown Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And tackled down
shit.
after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gets him to first before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll give him a fresh shot of downs. On this drive so far, it's 1st and 10. But I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, are to say if you're a ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew.
42-0.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Let's upgrade all players. Alright, advance to next week.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
I don't need those damn points.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Alright, subscribe for more smoke videos creeping up on your YouTube screen.